Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shifting Tones, a podcast with nerdy tones and shifting topics. That's right, we're switching it up this season. We're back with a brand new season with brand new topics and brand new hosts? Question mark? That's right, we have, for the first time in Shifting Tones history as a permanent host, D.
Hi.
Okay, yep, perfect. And, of course, bringing back a classic favorite, Spiffy Steffi.
A beloved member, if you will.
That's right. And what you'll notice is that Larissa is not here with us. She's taking a break from Shifting Tones right now. She's got a lot on her plate, and so she's focusing on some other things, but she will probably jump back in for some episodes in the future. Who knows? But she is not, this isn't like an anti-shifting toe stance that she's taking or anything like that.
I should
she'll
hope
be
not.
one of our 10. Yeah, that's right.
No.
She'll be one of our 10 listeners, which is great.
I've got big shoes to fill.
Huge shoes. Larissa used to wear size 15 clown shoes.
Well, she's not even here to defend herself.
I know.
Classic. All right. Well, since we're back, I'm just excited to be here and to start doing this again. We took a break. We had a lot of things happen in our personal lives, a lot of growth and development. We've been very busy, which is the main reason we haven't been doing this. And so now we're back on a real schedule and we're getting back into the swing of things. And I'm going to hit you right off the bat with a controversial corner 2026. That's right.
Crazy.
That's right. That's damn small talk.
Should have
baby.
expected that.
That's right. My controversial corner 2026 is people waiting in line for things as grown adults and causing problems at stores.
Okay,
This
elaborate.
probably isn't. Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
gonna say. It's probably not that controversial of a thing. But people are collecting more than ever. I think primarily due to COVID, and it's kind of just carried over. Pokemon cards being the big one. What are those glitter dumplings? Is that the new thing, right?
Oh, I saw that's been a fad for a minute. They were originally at like Five Below, I think, and they're just
Yes.
squishy toys, but now people are collecting because there's like special ones that are like old glitter or iridescent glitter, and I guess people are buying kind of like blind boxes. They're just buying a whole bunch and seeing if they can get the ones they want.
Are they worth more? Like, are they valuable? People are reselling them?
I don't know. I'm not that far into it.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of videos online or seeing things on the news even of people getting in fights and beating each other up and stabbing people over Pokemon cards, baseball cards. Yeah, these releases. There is a Swatch release for this. They did a collab with some sort of pop thing, and they were releasing them in certain stores, and people were getting in fights. The cops had to be called to almost every store, and this was a worldwide phenomenon.
Eh.
So
It's because they took away Black
it's-
Friday.
Well, I was about to say it's the new Black Friday. Like, as someone who like was at Walmart on a few Black Fridays waiting in line for my mom, like,
yeah,
it's just the modern day. Like, we don't do Black Friday anymore because it's dangerous in the US of A. So now it'll be safer if we queue everyone into a line. No, we're human beings. We cause a ruckus.
that's fair.
You
Kind of
know.
like Thursday night movie releases as opposed to just a midnight Friday release.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think my problem with it is I have no problem people collecting stuff and being excited about things, especially as adults, because a lot of the times maybe they weren't able to collect them as a kid, and so now they have adult money. It's just that it's turning violent. Collect your Pokemon cards, do whatever you want. Just you don't need to wait in line at 4 a.m. You can just let the children buy the Pokemon cards or let the children buy the dumplings. You don't need to buy them and then become a pro scalper and like sell your stuff at a collecticon or whatever.
Are you more upset at the lines, or are you more upset about the scalpers?
I think a little bit of both. More the scalpers than the lines, honestly. It's just the whole this culture it's created, and it's upsetting to see, and also just like annoying because I don't collect Pokemon cards. But if I wanted to go just buy a pack for the fun of it, I can't. They just don't exist. And if you wanted to, MSRP on them is supposed to be like $4 or $5, and now cheapest you can get a pack is like $10, $12. So
Well, and I think that even applies to some other things. Like, I recently went to a Gem and Rock show like about a month ago, and there's been some like really popular stones and things that have gotten a lot of attention in just like jewelry. And like it's like simple things like quartz with some like gold lines in it and things like that weren't expensive at all. And now they're like triple in price from the years previous. And it's just because a bunch of people are collecting it and like there's only a certain amount of this one stone that I
Right.
like, and they just like hoard it and then they sell it at premium. So I think I guess for me it's definitely the scalping and the ruining it for others, because I really do think we should all enjoy like things we enjoyed in our childhood, whether it's Pokemon cards or for me
Yeah.
rocks or squishies or something. Like I like that adults are getting into like fun, more childish entertainment things, but why do some people have to go and ruin it all for everyone else just trying to make money?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's my hot take. That's my controversy.
Mm.
Steph, I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna
Did you have
go.
something you wanted to say on it? Okay, you
Nope.
want to just go into
I
it.
just want to
All
go
right,
into mine and something
go,
something a
go.
little more
Yeah.
positive.
Mhm.
My big just update for the week is that I signed up kind of spur of the moment. It was a little pricey up front, but I signed up to take Polish language
Oh.
lessons.
Adding another language under your belt.
Yes, I am.
Strovia or whatever they say.
Nastrovia.
Yeah, okay.
Dziękuję.
Nice.
I know a tiny bit because of my grandma, but not to where you're gonna get with these lessons, I think.
Yeah, so it is 10 weeks, twice a week for an hour and 15 minutes. It was kind of hard because up front it was like the cost was $200 and it's like, oof, you just
Yeah.
pay for it right then and there. But realistically, it's about $10 per class. So it's
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
And it'll motivate you to go because you already paid.
exactly.
right.
I'm like, I paid for this. I need to go. I need to attend. So that was kind of my big update. It's going to start towards the end of June. It'll be 10 weeks, twice a week, and I will be practicing some Polish. It's like this Polish American society, and they've been doing these lessons for like 14 years. And they were like, if you're a complete beginner, this is for you. So I said yes, because I
Ooh.
don't even know how to say any of the like vowels or consonants, nothing. I just know, with my family, certain like, words, things like that. But I'd love to learn. I've always wanted to. And I'm like, well, let's just do it.
That's gonna be really fun. I think you're gonna pick it up pretty quickly since you pick up most foreign languages very quickly.
Yes.
So that'll be exciting. You'll have to give us some bits
So
and pieces
Polish,
here and there
Polish
in
word
future
of the day.
episodes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that'd be
It's
super
fun.
fun. So that's my little update for the week. D.
Thank
Oh,
you, Steph.
nice. So I guess I'll use my small talk to introduce myself to anyone who may not know me.
Nice.
I'm Dee, longtime friends of Steph and Sam and Larissa.
Long time listener, first time host.
Long time listener, first time host. Yeah, I like arts and crafts and reading and shenanigans. I've
Ooh.
been doing a lot of arts and crafts and things lately, so I just went to a flea market this morning and bought random pieces of broken jewelry for like $10 that I can now take apart and put back together willy-nilly however I
Ooh.
feel.
Nice.
So I've been doing more of that, trying to do more like physical hobbies instead of reading or watching TV, but things that I can do with my hands and actually make something, even if it's not perfect. A lot of it's not. But just been trying to do more hobbies, you know.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been having fun with it.
That's always good. I mean, did you start making anything with the stuff you already got from the flea market today? Did you get right into it, or did you kind of just get home and decompress?
Came home, decompressed, because usually I don't wake up at 7 a.m. on Sundays. Usually Sundays are my chill days. So I had a lot of time between getting home from the flea market and recording. So I did spend a lot of time deconstructing a lot of the jewelry that I got. A lady sold me 3 different strands of really nice beads because she thought it was a really weird necklace.
Oh, okay, nice.
For $10 when like the one strand of pearls and the other strand of glass check beads would definitely be 10 each. So I was
Oh.
really happy about that. And so I was putting them in my little bead organizer. And then I was just kind of like brainstorming what I want to do because I've been learning tatting. So like lace, like mini macrame.
Oh, I think I meant like tattooing.
No, not that kind of tatting, but so I was thinking of maybe making little flowers out of my tatting and crochet thread and maybe incorporating them into the jewelry somehow. So
Nice.
Very cool.
yeah.
Speaking of tattooing for fun, I'm just because we have a minute before we get into the topic. I saw that there are pop-up places across the United States, and I think there's one near us, kind of, that you can go in and just tattoo. It's like kind of like a paint and sip, but with tattooing. Like you
Oh my
bring, you
God.
got drinks, and then they give you tattoo gun, and they give you like the fake skin or a lemon or an orange or something to
Oh,
tattoo on.
I'm thinking
Okay.
real
A
skin.
lot less hardcore than I was thinking
Yeah,
it was.
no. Yeah,
Also,
it's just
okay.
for fun. It's just to see if you can do it and see if you
Okay.
enjoy it. And like, I thought that'd be a really cool thing. I mean, I saw in the videos, the promotion stuff, there was even like kids there with their family. I'm like, that's really cool. It's a fun,
Yeah, I
weird thing
know.
to
I'm
try.
sitting here thinking real skin. I'm like drinks and real skin
Yeah,
and a
drinks
tattoo.
They
and
just-
Okay.
give someone a bottle of wine and a tattoo gun and go ham.
Right.
They just
I was
bring
like,
in
oh my
like
god.
homeless people. Like, all right, have at it.
No, I thought you were like tattooing on yourself, on your
Yeah.
leg or something, or your friends.
I mean, maybe you could try. I mean, they,
I mean,
they
I-
put a tattoo gun in your hand. Who's gonna stop you?
Probably them. As soon as they see blood, they probably don't have things like health code approved.
That's fair.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's fair. I never
or
thought
maybe
about
they'll
that.
just put a pen attachment on it so you get the feeling for it. I've seen people and artists do that, like put a pen instead of a needle, and then they do drawings as if they're tattooing.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird. Speaking of weird,
Oh.
we're getting right into our topic for our first episode back. They nominated me as the host. We took a poll online. We have like 30,000 people
Okay.
voted, and I think I got the majority of votes for first episode back. You can find that over on our Patreon maybe in the future. But we are going to be discussing treasure hunting.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yep. See, excited, very excited. I know I'm hearing a lot of gasps and ahs. The reason I want to do treasure hunting, and I know we've done this in a past episode, and I apologize if this was actually our last episode recorded as Shifting Tone Season 1, where we did the penny hiding episode that's kind of like treasure hunting.
Was that our last one?
I honestly don't remember. It's been a year. But this is more of in-person legitimate treasure hunting. It's something I'm nerdy about and passionate about. I've done quite a few times, and I think it's something for everyone and something that we can all be excited about, and something all three of us have done, whether we like to admit it or not. A good example, we've all been geocaching, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
D, explain geocaching now.
Geocaching. Oh gosh, of course you picked me. Because you guys introduced me to geocaching, but it's pretty much people hide these little containers or things in usually more rural or park like, but a lot of public places, and you just kind of find them, and they have these little like I guess papers where you sign your name on when you found it and dated it, and then a lot of times they have extra room where you can put in like little keychain or a rock or little just knickknack, and then you can take one that's there and leave one and stuff. It's just like it was a lot of fun roaming around like our college campus trying to find these random geocaches that we had no clue if they were even there or not.
Right.
It's a good excuse to go to different like trails and things. It was a nice way to get out and about, definitely.
Absolutely. Steph, you've done your fair share of geocaching as well, right? Primarily with us in college or on your own as well?
I have been geocaching since 2008. So before you
Nice, very
guys.
Before us? How do you know? Or before you met us, you mean?
Before I met you. 2008? Hello? I was in
Yeah.
8th grade.
I know, I thought you might be like, I've been geocaching before anyone else.
No.
No, before
you
us, for
guys.
sure.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, my stepdad introduced me to it, and we were like part of the era with it because it is a website. It is free for people, and it is an app. They have a free version, but it is unfortunately locked for a lot of different caches. You have to like pay.
Mhm.
I don't like using that, so I haven't done it as much because I hate how they did that. But back in the day, like we actually had to upload the coordinates onto a GPS to find the caches. Like that's
Yes. Yep.
I remember doing that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like, and it was so old. Like this was back when Harry Potter was really big. They used to call it like you'd have to watch out for muggles. They
Right,
used that
Oh,
term
yeah.
where it was like you can't have the muggles see you, because it's like a secret.
Right, you can't be seen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a secret thing, and you don't want the quote unquote muggles to be seeing you walk up to this tree, and then they're like, what the hell are they doing? And then they're investigating and they find the secret and they ruin it for everybody.
They just steal it. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but it was always you leave an item and you take an item. You don't have to, but if you do take a little item that you kind of said, D, like a little trinket, you have to replace it. That's the etiquette, at least.
Absolutely. I think it's something fun that everybody can do. It can be for the family, it can be, you said you were doing it when you were in 8th grade. I think I know I definitely started doing it a lot in high school. I remember back in, maybe 2002, 2003, my uncle got a handheld GPS. And I think GPS came out in like 2001, if I remember correctly, or 2000. It's actually much newer than it feels like it should be, like for public use. And he took it with us when we went camping at our local campground. And he's like, oh yeah, there's this thing called geocaching, and you can just use this GPS to find them. But he didn't tell us, like, we needed to know the coordinates for the geocache to put in there.
Oh my
we
God.
were under the impression that they were just going to pop up on the screen and just start beeping, and we were going to find them. And
like
so
a
we hiked
metal
around.
detector.
Yeah, so I think we hiked
I
around for
love
like an
metal
hour
detector.
with nothing, But yeah, metal detecting, that's great. That's another form of treasure hunting. Did you guys ever do that when you were kids or now as an adult?
I feel
My
like
grandparents definitely had a metal detector. They like to go out and try to find like stuff from like the Civil War, or just go to the random park and find old things. Like local beaches and things. They love to do that.
Classic old people.
I feel like I've touched a metal detector once, but I don't ever hardly remember using it. I don't think that was ever a thing I did.
Oh man, you got to get into it. I think it'd be fun to try it again, like on my own property now that I own a home. I don't have a lot of land, not compared to Steph, who has like 48 acres. But to just be able to go out there and just see if I find anything. I know I'm going to find like nails and bottle caps probably.
Bottle caps, yeah. Pennies.
But right. I don't know. I think it'd be fun to do. I did it with my grandpa when I was a kid. He would take us out to some of the parks and we would find things, and he's found some rings and small like little cool metal things. Nothing of value, not like a diamond or a lost golden coin from early Spanish settlers or anything like that. But it'd still be fun. And I think that's what the big thing on treasure hunting is it's fun, it's easy. But it gets way more advanced than just geocaching and metal detecting. That's something you can go out with zero time planned, and you just go out and you're doing kind of like in the moment treasure hunting. However, the stuff I've been more passionate about over the last few years is more, a lot of times they'll call them armchair treasure hunts. Not all of them are, but what that means is essentially you get a book or a website or something with information, and you can use Google Maps and you can use all the information in the book or the website and solve it from your armchair, and then go out into the world and try to find it. Have you guys ever heard of those before besides me talking about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have not.
Okay.
It was funny. I just saw a news article about Assassin's Creed Black Flag game. They're doing a resynced collector's edition, I guess.
Okay.
Ubisoft has found this French company that does treasure hunts, and so they're having this thing, like a treasure hunt that you could win like $500,000 or something like that.
Cool.
But it's in honor of the video game, so I found that funny. Yeah, I just saw that like last week.
That's fun. I really got into it. I think the first time I ever heard about it was with the book The Secret, a book written in 1981 by Byron Price. He was a kind of an author at his time, but just maybe like very amateur puzzle maker. He didn't do a ton with it. And he decided to hide 12 gemstones representing the 12 birthstones of the months in 12 different states across the United States. And he made poems and pictures, had an artist, John Jude Palancar, paint images of the area and these it was based on these things called the Fair Folk people. It was about immigration actually, and tied it to fantasy creatures, so gnomes and fairies and giants and trolls and goblins and all that stuff, and then put it together. And the painting and the poems weren't paired together in the book, so you had to figure out which poem went with which painting, and then pair them, and then use all those clues together to go out and find these treasures. So there's 12 hidden,
Mhm.
And they're
and
real.
only 3. Yes, they're very much real, and only 3 have been found ever.
Oh, I was just about to ask, have any of them even been found? So
Yeah,
3 of the
3.
12.
Yes,
So we
and
still have a chance.
yes and no. So that's my thing. Is it's been 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the clues in the poems, he used like a tree as an identifier a lot of times.
There's so many trees.
Yes, true. Well, trees get cut down, trees die. And so they're all hidden as of right now that people are aware of in parks primarily. Public parks, primarily larger parks in the cities. The first one ever was found in Chicago in 1983, I believe. So a few years after the book was published, and it was found by some college students who were actually a part of a D&D group, and were like, "Hey, we got this book. This is like really cool. Let's see if we can go find it." Went out there, started digging, dug a ton of holes where they thought it was. They matched up the pictures and the clues perfectly, and they couldn't find it. They wrote a letter to him and was like, "Hey, where's this at?" And his response was, "You're like right there. I don't know why you haven't found it yet. It's right where it should
Oh
be."
my god.
And I think the reason at the time he told them that is because when he wrote the book, he thought these would have been found within like the first year of it being published. He thought everybody was just going to go out and find these treasures, and that way he could produce a second book, which was all of the reasons why he did it and how these were supposed to be found. And the whole
He
thing
never
was
got the sequel.
no. Well, the whole thing was supposed to be a what's it called? A publicity thing to sell books. And it didn't work out so well. And unfortunately, he passed away in 2005 in a car accident. So I think maybe there's somebody or a couple people that might know the locations of them, but everybody always says, well, it was just him. There's ways to like verify, like, hey, you found the right thing based on how they were buried. So they were buried in these plexiglass boxes, and inside the plexiglass box was he called it a cask, which is made of I don't know, I guess polymer clay, or paper, not paper mache. What am I thinking of? Like molding clay, maybe?
Porcelain?
No, not porcelain.
Mm.
It's white. I mean, maybe they're porcelain. I don't know, but it was these clay boxes that he had an artist design and make, and each one was unique. And then there was a key inside the cask, also made out of the same material. And these were buried anywhere from 1 to 3 feet underground. And so
Dang.
the first one was in Chicago in Grant Park, by the railroad, and it was like follow 10 trees by 12 trees and then just dig. And it was in the middle of like just the grass. There was no like, hey, it's right here. They had to dig multiple holes to try to find it. I just think it's so interesting. I know I'm rambling.
No, you're good.
My first thought is, what if someone randomly found it and was like, this is cool, this is weird,
Just-
and then just never looked it up and just took it, and then we'll never know.
And that's a great question. I'm glad you asked, because I think that's possible that it could have already happened, or a few other things. One, they could have been damaged with construction. Parks get changed all the
Yeah.
time.
Mm.
Especially like New York City, San Francisco, where some of these are buried, these bigger cities.
Yeah, in the last
And-
40 years, for sure.
Absolutely. Or like one's supposed to be down in New Orleans. It could have been destroyed by Hurricane Katrina, for all we know.
That's fair.
Mm.
And so since he's passed away, we don't fully know where these are going to be. The other 2 that have been found, one was found in Cleveland, Ohio in 2003 in their cultural gardens. It was the Greek one. The first one was the Irish one in Chicago. And then this one was the Greek one in the Greek cultural gardens in like a flower bed behind this monument. And the only reason they found it was the guys were part of an online forum, and they were like, oh, it's probably in Philadelphia, or it's probably in this place. And then like Google had just come out, and they took 3 of the words from the poem, plugged into Google, and somebody had uploaded an image from the Cleveland Cultural Gardens with these 3 words in it. And so they got a hit on it. So they got in the car and just drove from I think
Oh
New
my
York
gosh.
or something like that,
Wow.
straight there, dug it up, got like in the local paper, and then like went back home the next day.
Oh my god, the dedication.
Yep.
Is this like your dream treasure hunt is to find one of these?
I think so. I would like to. My dream treasure hunt was the one that Dee's husband and I went out on back in 2017, 2018. We took a road trip out west to Yellowstone National Park to try to find um, Forrest Fenn's treasure. There's this old rich guy that had $2 million worth of stuff, mostly gems and gold and priceless artifacts that he put in a box and didn't say he buried it or not, just somewhere out west in the Rocky Mountain area.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
And very vague. You had to read a poem and try to get clues based off the poem. And I narrowed it down primarily using GIS, which is what I do for my job, based on like, hey, okay, these type of pine trees he talks about only grow in this area. Hey, grizzly bears only frequent this area. Hey, these things match up to this area. And I had it narrowed down to like maybe 20 square miles. So a pretty big area. But I was pretty confident with it. We went out there. Obviously, we didn't find it. But this one was only hidden in 2010. Somebody had just found it a few years ago, and never like fully released where it was, like the exact location. But after he talked about it and gave some information, people were actually able to find where he released it. Turns out we were like 50 feet away from it at one point.
No, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That'd be so frustrating.
It was, once I found that out, I was like, oh, are you kidding me? I think there would have been some legal issues finding it in a national park and finding a $2 million treasure. I don't know how much we would have been allowed to claim, or if we had to release any information on it. So that's all part of treasure hunting, is all
That's
the
fair.
legal ramifications of it. But yeah, I think that was my dream one. But now that the secret's more of like, hey, people know what states these are most likely in and what parks they're most likely in, and people just haven't found them. People have been searching for 40 years. So I don't know. I think there's a good chance probably most of them won't be found. I don't know when the next one's going to be found. The last one to be found was in Boston in 2019. And we were in Boston, Laris and I, back in 2018. And we weren't too far from it.
Oh,
It was in
jeez.
the north end of Boston, which we were visiting, at this small baseball park under home plate,
Oh, wow.
buried under there. And the only reason it was found is because this guy decided he was gonna like, hey, that's my location. That's where I want to start looking. Well, they started tearing up the baseball field because they were gonna be putting new ones in. And he like talked to construction, was like, hey, there's something buried here that I need to get. Explained it all to them. Got Josh Gates from Destination Truth or Expedition Unknown, whatever, out
Mhm.
there, and they filmed the episode of them finding it and getting it. But that's the thing; it would have been destroyed. It was already in pieces.
Mhm.
The plexiglass was in little bits of pieces. The box was all crushed. And so it's just anything could happen like that. So it's interesting.
That's crazy. It's under like home plate. That's like something, all eyes are on,
Like, how did he get it there?
Yeah.
Is my question.
So
Snuck
like,
in.
Yes, so he used to actually, he talked about this in an interview. He would wear like construction outfits and go like in the middle of the night, or like pretend to be a part of a construction crew and start digging and hide it, and
That's
then
crazy.
nobody would ask any questions. And apparently the San Francisco one, he was on a date with his wife, who I think was not his wife at the time, just a girlfriend. And they were out to dinner. He's like, hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go bury a treasure real quick.
Huh.
oh my
Left for like
God.
15, 20 minutes, came back, and was like, okay, yep, it's all buried. It's all taken care of.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Someone's
So-
calculating the radius of where they were eating to how long it took him to get there and back.
Yes, people have done that. People think like they have a good idea of where it could be or where it was maybe, and things have changed. So there's a lot of discourse online. A lot of people get into arguments. I like to just read it and try to think about it, but
Sam's
Who knows?
causing the discourse.
I'm causing, yeah, hey guys, look what I found. And just like some AI slop in there of the cask maybe. Yeah, so those are two of the bigger ones. There are a multitude of treasure hunts that people have made over the years. Probably one of the biggest ones of all time was Masquerade, it was called. It was over in the UK, I believe. And it was like kind of, I think it was the precursor to The Secret. And it was this big treasure hunt. You had to put all these clues together, you had to put pictures together, and all these connect the dots, and I don't know if it was either never found or it was found like years and years and years later. Um, but it's just one of those things that sometimes they're too complex. I think with the poem and the picture, kind of like in The Secret,
Mm-hmm.
pretty straightforward. You can pick out coordinates that are in there. You can pick out images that are like in the Cleveland, Ohio one, the big building in Cleveland, the Terminal Tower, that was in the image. In Chicago, the famous water tower that's in Chicago is in the image.
It was
In
like
Boston,
identifiable.
yes, yeah, the city's identifiable for the most part. There's a
Mm-hmm.
couple of them where there's not an image, but it's like, well, we know it based on other things in the image that they line up. With the Forest Fen one out in Yellowstone, it was just a poem, but you knew it was in one of those 5, 6 states. You just didn't know where.
Jeez.
But with the Masquerade, it was like, I know it's in this country, and
Oh
then you
my
just got to
gosh.
figure it out and do ciphers and cryptic clues and complex math and figuring out image. What's that word called where you have to like look at an image differently to see what it actually looks like? You know, like in highlights magazines when you were a kid at the dentist office.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking. I
Mhm.
forget what they're called.
Yeah, there's stuff like that. And then, you know, you have pareidolia, which is where you think you see something and you don't. That's pretty common with treasure hunting. Um, and then I don't know, there's other small ones. There's one that this guy did to win a bottle of bourbon from Wild Turkey. It was just a simple poem. Whoever solved it and got the location got this case of bourbon. So I don't know. I think they're very neat. I know I've been rambling. Do you guys have any thoughts on treasure hunts? Is there any that you've like heard about or thought about that caught your eye or that you're nerdy about?
I think for
I was
me,
just
go ahead, D.
I was just thinking, it kind of reminds me of like escape rooms. Like I've done a variety of escape rooms with people and a bunch of different like companies, and I feel like some of them are really fun because you're using whatever you have there, but some of them just get a little too like they make you go super deep, and then the next clue is like, oh, there's three pipes jutting out of the wall, so the next
Yeah.
thing is three, and I'm like, but I was just doing this complex maze puzzle with magnets, and now you're just pointing me to three tubes. Like, pick one or make it easier, make it make sense. So that's what
Right.
the one, yeah, it's like I know, that's what the big one reminded me of, where it's like I know it's somewhere.
You know it's in this room. You just don't know how to get to it.
Hmm.
Absolutely. What about you, Steph?
I was to say for me, it's definitely the geocaching because I just grew up doing that quite a bit. And that was always fun because I always enjoyed the challenge of it, where it's like the biggest thing was when you read the comments of people are like, found it, found it, found it. And you're like,
Yeah.
I know it's here. I'm just not finding it.
Or the
Um,
hints that people give, and you're like, that makes me even more confused.
Yeah, it doesn't
yes.
actually work as a good hint.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
the ones that were always super creative, like I remember some of those ones you're trying to find, they were like really hard difficulty. The one was I was in a state park and it was a pine cone. Somebody took like like a disposable camera container, like the film.
Yep, film
Mhm.
canister, yeah.
Yeah, the film canister, little one, but they glued pine cone like pieces to it
Oh my
and
God.
reconstructed
Oh my
a
god.
pine cone, and I only saw it because I looked up and I saw like fishing line in the pine tree because it was
That's
strung
crazy.
up to make it look like it was part of the tree with the other pine cones. It was insane. That was really cool, but it took
How
us like
old were you?
it was like freshman year of college or so.
I would crash
Okay.
out.
Yeah, same. I was like, oh, anytime like high school, early college, I would have been like, I'm a mastermind.
Yeah, it took like I think an hour. But then the other time in high school I found one, it was in the bullet casing. Like there was just a bullet and you
That's crazy.
unscrewed it and then that was the treasure because you found the little paper to sign off. I found it. I was here. And I think that's what I liked about treasure hunting is you can kind of be like, I found it. I was here. I'm going to stake my claim and put my
Right,
name
yeah.
on this.
You completed a challenge. You've accomplished the goal.
Yeah, that was always
I
super
remember-
fun.
Two of my most crazy ones that I found were one was inside a pen cap.
Oh, that's small.
And there's a magnet that was like at the end of it, and it was connected to the inside of like a piece of steel that was on a dock at like a marina, and it was like wedged in there. And I was like, I know it's here somewhere. And I just started feeling up and down, and I finally got it. So all that was in there was the little log that you could write your name on. There's nothing to take or leave. The other one was, we were searching forever for this one, and we knew we were in the right spot. It was me and like 2 friends from high school, and we kept looking. We looked back at like the thing online of, okay, is there a hint for this one? And the hint said false log. We're like, what does that
Oh.
mean? Because we're like, are we gonna find a piece of paper that's not the actual correct one, and then we're gonna have to go find the real one? And we kept looking around. It's getting dark, the sun's setting, and my friend kicked something on the ground, and turns out there was a fake log on the ground that was just like up against a tree. It kind of blended in perfectly, and on the bottom it slid open, and the cash was inside the log itself.
So it was
That's
literal.
funny.
Yes, it was such a relief to find it after searching for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
but it was just like, that's all it was false log. It was a fake log I had to be looking for the whole time. But I'm glad I found it. That's it. You get a relief from finding it. I don't know if I'll ever find a big one. I would like to, and there's, like I said, there's tons of them. There's this website called, I think it's Mysterious Writings, and it's this lady, and that's what she does in her free time. She treasure hunts, but she also has treasure hunters on there and does like Q&As with them, and then people can post their treasure hunts. Anywhere from like, hey, you go out and this is something that this husband and wife couple hide in their estate, and it's like you get $100 when you find it or something.
Oh, that's fun.
And then there's other ones that are like $1,000 prize, $50,000 prize. And I think it's really cool that people are doing them. I think I'd like to put one together at some point in the future. You know, when Shifting Tones takes off and makes a ton of money, we'll do a Shifting Tones treasure hunt. Out in the great state of Hawaii. Let's take
Oh.
a trip out to
Are
Hawaii.
you paying?
And
I was
hide
about
it.
to say, you paying for those plane tickets?
No, our
Yeah.
Patreon members are, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'll get people to pay us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's right. Yeah, pay for a plane ticket out to Hawaii for us. That'd be great. Just so we can do a treasure hunt for ourselves. We hide it and then we get the money. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have much else to say on it. I feel like I flew through the topic. I don't know. What are we at time-wise, Steph?
Oh, we are at a perfect 37 minutes.
Oh my God, look at that. Okay, I rambled the perfect amount
The
of time.
perfect amount.
So hopefully this wasn't too boring. Hopefully I didn't just sound like a maniac going on and
No,
on about
it's
these
something
treasures.
You're nerdy
You're passionate
about.
about. Yeah.
Oh, D went
Like
with
our
passion. I said
podcast.
nerd.
Hey,
Same thing. Yeah.
enthusiastic. I don't know. We can
That's
come up
right.
with more adjectives.
I cry myself to sleep every night thinking about them. So
Oh,
no,
Oh.
I don't.
Very emotional.
So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed it. Do you guys have any last thoughts on it? Anything you want to add or question before we end it here?
not that I can think of.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll create a little one for you guys, or maybe we'll go geocaching as a, Shifting Tones again, because we used to do that a lot in college, but maybe we'll do it again
We should. I
as
haven't done that in a while.
adults.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it
It'd
would
be
be
fun,
fun.
next time we visit.
Yeah.
We'll maybe do something like that. So that's it. That's treasure hunting, guys. I think you guys are all prepared now to go out and find them. Be safe, be polite, be kind. Leave it as it was, especially if you're out in nature. There's
Mhm.
rules to these treasure hunts. They're never going to be in like a cemetery or somebody's personal property. They're always in public land. So, be respectful if you treasure hunt. And what you can also do is you can also follow Shifting Tones podcast wherever you get this podcast. You can, if you're listening on Spotify, you're listening on Apple, you're listening on YouTube, if you're listening on to some weird third-party podcasting website, that's fine. Why don't you give us a follow? Why don't you comment what you think? Tell us if you've ever done treasure hunting. Give us your thoughts on it. You can follow us at Shifting Tones Pod on YouTube, on Instagram. We're going to get back into that. I might even start doing threads again. We're on Reddit. Gonna try start getting back into the social media game. Make this an empire of podcasting. Shoot us up straight to the top of the charts. Sorry, Joe Rogan and Hawk Tua girl, if she's still up there. We're taking your spot. I don't know who's at the number 1 and 2 spot right now. Probably Joe Rogan, but
No clue.
no clue. but we will be if you keep listening and subscribe. That'd be great. You can follow us each individually. I'm at Sir Captain Sam in most places. I don't use a ton of social media for social media purposes besides to just scroll. E, where can people find you if you want people to find you?
I'm not actively on too many social media platforms. Um, I'm trying to think of one I use the most.
Your art?
You have your art one. Yeah. I
Oh,
don't
my
know if you
art
wanna plug that
one. Yeah, my art one. So I have an Instagram that I show what my arts and crafts and digital artwork and stuff. It's DLiz13 creates, DEE Liz13 creates, because my regular Instagram is DLiz13. So if you want to find me, I'm there.
Perfect.
And
Cool,
I'm
thank
at
you, thank you.
Spiffy Steffi. Don't forget about me.
That's
Oh,
right. No, I was
never.
gonna hit you. I was gonna say, Steph, give us your shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What's
I
your
already did.
Tumblr?
Oh yes, that's all. Yeah, I'm pretty active on Tumblr. It's Spiffy Steffi.
That's crazy.
Maybe I'll
I
get
don't-
back
you know
into
what?
Tumblr.
I don't think I ever advertised that on the first season.
No, never Tumblr. No.
Yeah, Tumblr is probably my most active social media because that's where I nerd out the most. So if you want to follow me there, if you use Tumblr in the year 2026, then that's where I'll be.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Next week we'll hit you with another episode, a new topic. Actually, since this is the first episode, you know what you can do is you can listen to the second episode right now.
Woohoo!
And while you're at it, once you're done with that, listen to the third episode because there's 3 episodes of Shifting Tones out right now for you to listen to, for you to sink your teeth into. And if you can't get enough of us, if this is your first time listening to Shifting Tones, go back and listen from the very beginning, season 1. You might not hear Dee's voice, but you'll hear 3 great hosts talking about some nerdy stuff that they love. And come back, support us, give us some love, and thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.